Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to TeamODZ Live. It's Slow Burn Friday. We need a slow burn after yesterday. Sounds like you do as well, Rick.
Yeah. I stepped up my my weekly activity with yesterday. Now I'm trying to debate because the graph is trying to say that I shouldn't do any more big rides this week. Which now I'm debating whether or not I should ride on Sunday. I mean, it's the way I've always done it, where I just do a big week and then continue on trying to get bigger each week. Yeah, the race looked good. Looks like you guys were going really fast.
Yeah, we did good.
I was hoping to see Owen cross the finish line with everyone. So close.
Looking good. Still fourth. Another 3 seconds, I think. Yes, was it 3? 3 seconds. Actually, 2.3 seconds. We've got us third place. Like that, tired. I'm struggling to do this.
Yeah, I'm feeling like a little bit of a push. Are you getting the storm? Or no, that thing. I think that storm, the one that I'm going to get, is going a little south, isn't it?
It's supposed to get. Well, we've been told 3 to 5 inches.
Oh wow!
But that influx. So I don't know what we'll get.
I don't know how much we're going to get. It was supposed to be bigger, but now it looks like the high for the day is going to be 45. So whatever snow does fall, it's probably just going to be melting. And it's been pretty warm. Today's going to be a sunny day in the high 40s, low 50s. It's a good sign. We might be stepping out. We had a nice rain yesterday. Can't wait to see if it cleaned up the roads pretty good. I wish there was a way to encourage the local street crews to not put any salt down if the snow's melted.
Oh, not just salt protecting against so if there's any melt, it's below freezing. We don't want that wet water that's running across the road to freeze.
The only problem is the temperature isn't even supposed to get below freezing at all.
Nope. I was fresh out this morning and it's frost on the cars and ground.
Ooh. Yeah, it's just about freezing here. 33.
Oh my.
That's the thing, this time of year, if we're going to get nice weather, usually we'll get a good frost in the morning.
Yeah.
And if we're going to get rain and stuff, then usually it's pretty warm overnight. Today is supposed to be sunny.
I'll do the ebb after this. I'm getting this workout off. You're just gonna spin. Do some blue stuff.
Yeah, I think I might skip my green ones. Well, I didn't quite make it to level 56, but I'm very close. Kind of shows just how much more XP you have to get once you start getting on these higher levels.
Yep.
So I must have gotten like at least 2,500 XP yesterday on that, right?
Oh. Yeah, I started out, I expanded the levels, so I was doing a level a week, roughly. It started taking a lot longer than that, as I got close to level 60. You can look to see where we are on the APX.
Wow. I think today my main focus on the ebb will just be to keep the camera in a good spot. I don't think I'm going to be winning anything.
Well, another classic.
watch that end up being the winning strategy, just to keep the camera in a good spot. That'll change my whole frame of thinking, so that all I'm thinking is stay in the front in someone's draft. Whew. Man. Yeah, definitely. That ride yesterday was definitely above where my fitness level is currently. And it was like all day long after that. Anytime I would walk briskly or anything, I kept looking down my watch and be like 110 BPM. It's like, wow. That's not right. But good to do those, just to have a wake-up call of, hey, you're behind. So I do want to at least get my fitness up pretty good for May when I leave for Florida, so that I don't have to make up for as much when I get back. Once I can outdoor ride though, all of a sudden I bet it'll get a lot better. Can't not be out doing long rides and pushing hard when it's the first days of 60 degrees and sunny. Man, when it's 60 degrees, I'll probably be outside, and sunny, I'll probably be outside unzipping my jersey and stuff. It's gonna feel amazing. And then in October, it's gonna feel freezing cold.
So I visited with a radio ham friend of mine yesterday. I haven't seen him in a while. He was the vice president of the radio club before me.
Yeah.
He said he found a few bits and pieces that belonged to the club. So, as the vice president, he's key holder for the storage unit that we have. So, at first he said, "Do you want to meet at the storage unit?" Well, his office, where the things were, was here in Neenah. Storage unit, north of Africa. So, 20-minute drive. I said to him, well, there's no point in us both driving up there. I'll just come over to your office. His office is like 2 minutes from my house. Hey, Alexis. Happy Friday. Morning, Ben.
Hey, Ben. Hey, Alexis.
So I went around there and we speed this up for a bit.
At the warehouse?
At his office.
Or at the storage area? Oh. Ooh, speaking of storage unit warehouses, we've had the same one since about a year after we started Open the Brewery. And now we just found out it used to be a huge factory that they made car parts in,
Yeah.
and now it's been abandoned. It was abandoned for a while, and then it started getting rented out in sections for storage. And so, of course, gradually businesses started taking over areas, different little manufacturing businesses. So gradually we've been squeezed into different spots. We just keep things like cans and other packaging material there. And then we found out we have to be out by the end of April. So that's going to be a whole thing. Got to move everything.
How far did you run, Ben?
So far away.
I think you ran over the hills and far away.
He's got to get away. Must be starting to be some pretty decent weather in the UK, huh? I imagine that Rhode Island is probably, well, other than the fact that they don't have any water on the western side of them, that it's probably, the weather's probably.
So what you're saying is it's not really an island?
It's not really actually an island. Although there is a river. That was the other thing too. Heidi asked me a funny question when we crossed the Maine border. Coming back, she was like, is there any way to get into Maine without going over a bridge? And I was like, I don't believe so. She was like, so why isn't it an island then? And I was like, well, I mean, I don't know. Because like the bit of land that the University of Maine's on and that where the brewery is named after, Marsh Island, it's just a plot of land surrounded by a river, by two rivers. That's called an island. But yeah, Rhode Island has, because they have that warmer water in New York Sound, they have pretty decent temperatures all winter long. Just kind of mild compared to up here. More rain than snow all winter long. I think I could do that.
Hey there, Owen. How are you doing today?
Hey, Owen.
Go. I'm going to read you a message from my mum, Owen. So, I sent her a message we'd finished. Then that we got bumped to Latte, just having 2 Bs, and that we were in second place. And she said, well done, just a pity Owen couldn't stay with you. That would have been awesome to have you with us for the second time in 2 weeks across the line.
Yeah, right. I was rooting hard. I even started getting in the comments at the moment when I heard, I don't think I'm going to make it up the hill. Like, no. Push on.
I will on.
Sure.
Yes, definitely an interesting course. I was watching Beer Bear last night, and even just coasting down the descent, he was getting to within 4 kilometers an hour at the speed that we were, and we were pushing down it. Yeah, well, I've already been even the slow burn off this morning. Started on the warm up.
Yeah, I hear you. It's easy to be watching a live stream and say, push harder. You can do it. When your legs are saying, no, you can't. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. You're still keeping up the power the whole way. I was still rooting that you would catch back on, but the draft dynamics, there was no way of doing that. I ended up taking your suggestion yesterday, Owen, and I rode the tour of Watopia and got the Quatch Quest. That was interesting. I knew I wanted to do it with people so that I could get it done a little faster, but I didn't go into it actually planning to race the whole way. But I did. And it hurt. I am not at the fitness level right now for that.
I just had a quick look in the Killer Whales group chat. Going to see if there are any updates there aren't yet. Yeah. Crazy what they've been putting up with.
It does say on Zwift Power that I finished in 18th place.
Yes.
Which was surprised I got that high, really. That was just people dropping off at the top of the Alp. And the more that people dropped off, the harder I started pushing. That was done.
So, Owen, have you ever seen the Facebook group? The funny side to bike mechanics. If you haven't, find it.
Yeah. So for my fitness, my average heart rate was 164. When really, I think it should have been in like 155 maybe or something.
Yeah. I don't believe, well, some people in Killer Whales got that email. Other people didn't. Brett even asked me if I'd had one. I haven't.
So you are supposed to do a weigh-in video for that?
For the winners, yes. No, it's not. I'm not moderator for that at all. It's just very funny. Somewhere for bike mechanics to vent about things that go on in their shop. You know, things that the internal firewall prevents them from saying in a busy store. I'll leave it there. Or just general funny stuff, you know, or things that come in or whatever.
It was funny when I started that ride, knowing it was so long, the front group took off. And I was like, should I go with them? And I was like, nah, been there too many times. That just leads to falling apart, especially where I'm just not even, I'm so far down in my fitness compared to last year. But then I started playing that game of, well, maybe this group. And then, so I rode with the second group the whole way, which was still, they were going pretty good. The first time in a bit that it hurt going up and down the stairs.
You didn't want to risk it by running Sufferfest and Zwift on your computer then, man. It's just a potato, darling. I remember when we used to do Stolf. At one point I had Zwift, OBS and Stolf running on the computer at the same time. One of them paired to my pedals over Bluetooth, one over ANT. Love it on here. Well, apparently, the Aurora Borealis were visible here last night.
Huh. Is there solar flares going on right now?
There's a massive hole the size of 5 Earths that is spewing stuff out. Full health. Morning, Ian.
There we go. That would be better if I had my microphone on.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hey there.
Hey, what else are you doing?
How are you?
What's that?
That's what I usually get when I say, hey, what else are you doing to anyone over here.
So I decided to jump back on Zwift for a little while. Since my wife is back, it's gonna be riding it. I figured.
I almost fell off my rollers when you said that.
Yeah, well, my wife is here, like, back from Chile, so I've got to make sure I know how to use everything to help her out.
Hey, duck. Well, I was blue. I'm grey now.
It
What,
wouldn't let
like-
me ride with you. I couldn't find you to ride with you.
Yeah, because we're in a meetup
Ah,
and we're in Yorkshire.
nice.
The home of the pudding.
The home of the pud.
That's not even really pudding.
That's not
Wow.
pudding.
If at least if you ask Bill Cosby, that's no pudding. Bad
I don't
topic.
think we
Never mind.
asked. I don't think we asked Bill Cosby about ingredients much anymore.
No, we don't.
Oh dear. As Andy frantically
Oh.
thinks there's something to change the subject to.
Oh, brother.
What are you talking about, Willis?
Trying to think of some other spokesman for Jello pudding, and I can't think of one. Or I guess, how about, that's not what the Jello Corporation would say, would call it pudding. How about that?
Sticky toffee pudding. There we go. Oh, now about sticky toffee pudding. I haven't made one of those in a while. I should make one. So, ingredients for the toffee sauce that you put on sticky toffee pudding: cup of butter, cup of white sugar, cup of brown sugar. That's the toffee. And as it's baking, you pour some of that over the top of it so it's soaked in the top. And then when it's cooked, you get out of the oven, you pour some more of that over the top and then put ice cream on it as well. Or you serve it warm with ice cream.
So, the other day I was watching the diners, drive-ins, and dives channel, essentially, Food Network, and he did like a UK special, and pretty much, from what I could tell, all he was doing was going around London, visiting places that do American food, and I was like, well, what? Why? Why are you doing this? This makes no sense. You travel all the way across an ocean just to go do a show on American food. It looked good. I think he did have one stop where it was kind of like an infusion or something. I think it was like a rack of ribs with Yorkshire pudding. Something like that. So Ian, it must be spring down in your neck of the woods, huh?
Almost.
Oh, I bet it's spring compared to here.
Yes. Compared to there. Shoot, our
I mean,
winter was spring compared to there.
Yeah, I'm guessing your winter was probably what we're having for spring right now. We're getting well, it rained yesterday, so that's kind of cleaning the roads. The snow's, there's only just a couple little piles left that are all icy. And we are supposed to get snow this weekend, but it's gonna be like 45 when it snows.
Right?
Well, the first place I went ever that was abroad on was Catalonia. And we stayed in this little tavern, little dirt track, sandy road between it and the beach. And then they had, you know, a tarp over some tables and what have you on the beach, and that's where you ate. And they did the best spaghetti bolognese. So they would put it all on the plate, and then they put the spaghetti bolognese under the grill. So, and they sprinkle cheese on it before they put it under the grill. So the cheese melted and bubbled, and all the little bits of spaghetti that were towards the edge of the plate all dried up and got crunchy. So you had crunchy spaghetti on the edge. Oh man, so good. I feel like I found my safe place now. 140 watts.
I'm enjoying 180.
Can't even manage a slow burn this morning here.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump in a Evo Sprint Race Series race here in a minute.
Uh-huh.
Since I haven't done any Swift racing in a long time.
Well, I've got the ebb to lead after this.
Which also means I'm a C category racer right now.
Yeah.
So I'll race my C category one time and then be moved up to B.
Yeah, I did a tour of Watopia, essentially race. I joined it as a group ride, but then it, of course, turned into a race. And that put me back up to B.
Yeah, well,
We usually race.
it's got my FTP set at 233, which
Yeah.
I know is incorrect. So, but that's okay. We're gonna leave it there, and we'll see what Zwift tells me it is at the end of this race.
That is a good feeling when you get the huge gain.
Nothing.
Maybe there's
nothing.
a badge if you get like 50 or more watt increase.
It won't be 50. But
Nothing dangerous about that, Owen.
I mean, worst case scenario, I get disqualified on a standings that I don't even look at. Nah, I figured though I wanted to be able to, for some of my training, maybe be able to have, or do some of the TTT stuff with you guys when it works.
Yeah. So I know exactly what you mean there, Owen. You know, there were times when, you know, to troubleshoot a piece of machinery, we actually got the operator to shut us in the machine so that the guards were closed, because we had to, you know, be close to the piece of machinery that was giving a problem to adjust it. There was no way to do it outside of the machine. That was just an accident waiting to happen. We used to, the department that I worked in, used to look after the burners that were partly responsible for drying the paper as the tissue was made. And the hot air that came out of these burners got blown into these hoods over the drying cylinder. So we'd have it occasionally where the burner wouldn't light. Well, there's a pilot light in them, kind of a little lamps. It has a spark, gas and air input to it, and we'd set this up outside of the burner to adjust the mixture of gas and air, and we had this thing that we'd wire to the solenoid valves that turned on the spark and air, and the relay that did the spark, and they were just separate switches. And one of the burners, the front of it was jammed in. You had to, really struggle to get into where it was. And the guy that I was working with at the time, he pretty much jammed himself in here to get to the start of the burner, the face of the burner. And I was waiting for him to just say, right, for me to stick the gas and air on in the spark. Well, he hadn't got the igniter grounded. He was about to ground it, and he I thought I heard him say, right, so I flicked the switches, and well, the igniter grounded through him. So we had I might have left it on a little longer than necessary when I realised what was going on, because it was quite funny watching him jiggling around. Oh man. He used to drive this old Lada, red Lada, and it had red wheel hubcaps on it. We used to call it the fire engine. And one night, so during nights and weekends, we got the parked vehicles inside the confines of the mill. And so one night, he parks inside, and he's got a roof rack on it. So we got a set of ladders and put it on top of his ladder. I'll be even more like a fire engine.
We have a plan that we're working on to there's one of the bartenders in the tap room. He's getting ready to move in May. So yesterday we came up with the idea that we're gonna use our heavy duty saran wrap that we saran wrap the big pallets of filled cans with. We're gonna wrap his car up with an entire roll, just to tell him we don't want him to go. So then once the tap room closes, and after he's locked the door and set the alarm and done all that stuff, he's gonna come out and see that. And he'll have no choice but to leave. So we're gonna have to put a sign on it that says, "Don't go."
You actually need some speakers, so it just goes, "Please don't go, don't go, don't go."
Hey, we could actually do that. We know someone that lives upstairs that could possibly hit the Sonos on right as he's leaving.
Just on loop, that piece.
But yeah, this is going to be a whole thing, because I don't think he carries a knife on him. So he's going to be out there trying to chew saran wrap off. This is the thick duty stuff.
Wow. I think we're going the wrong way, Rick.
Yeah, it was a big group. They're doing a workout though, so I bet they're going about 5 miles per hour.
They weren't doing a workout, it was a Coco. It's the pitch leader. You saw a blue thing in the middle of them.
Ah.
So Rick,
Yeah.
what do you call someone that struggles to sleep but eats instead?
I don't know.
Insomnomniac.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I think I'll be good during the ebb to just try to have a good spot for a camera view and not sprint.
I don't know, and I don't think I heard that one.
The Omicron COVID variant.
I might actually go in the office today. This will be the first day this week that I've been in if I did.
Speaking of COVID, oh yeah, I'm not going to race today. I'm just going to keep up with the front group.
Yeah. Yeah, it's completely different, Owen. Keeping up with the front group and racing, two different things.
Thanks.
That's like my friend that's got a dog that can do magic. It's a Labrador dog.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't want to sprint today more because, or why I'd just rather be the cameraman.
Yeah,
Is
there
more
you go.
because of feeling tired or more
Owen
because I
understands.
got enough racing tactics in yesterday. It was like 2.5 hours of racing tactics. It was stupid. Yeah, then I don't have to think about when I'm pushing hard or anything. I don't have to save anything. Just stay with the guy in front.
Right, so an anteater walks into a bar. Barman looks at him and says, "Can I get you a drink?" The anteater says, "No." "Can I get you some food then?" Anteater says, "No." Barman looks at him, he says, "What's with the long nose?"
Oh boy. Alright. On that note, I'm changing to the race channel.
Okay.
Talk to you guys later.
Right.
Have a good one.
I like that one because it takes a few seconds to get it. It gives you enough time to retreat before someone throws something at you.
Ooh, this is almost over. Wow. Felt like a workout. I still ended up doing the whole thing. Look. Good though. Heart rate's looking good. I think I'm relatively recovered from yesterday.
So I told that joke to Yolanda. He said, "What's an anteater?" Yeah, jokes are a little wasted on Yolanda.
Nothing better than when you tell a joke and now you have to go and explain it and pull up pictures on your phone.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. I had to get a photograph of an anteater. These look long nose. 9 hammers. Get it done, Owen.
Oh, it's today? I'm going to try to watch. We'll see. I might be out at lunch at that time. Which then maybe I'll just put it on for everyone. Lean it up against a bottle of Heinz. Oh, I love Friday lunch. It's the most wonderful time of the week. Eight hammers then?
Yeah, Harry. Honestly. I'm going to ride to the top of the hour. Hey, thanks for the ride on, Owen. So, one of the GTS disciplined oscillators that I built, I gave it to a friend on Monday. He said, sent me a message last night saying thank you very much. Been running flawlessly since Monday evening.
Nice.
Already used it to calibrate a couple of frequency counters. Speaking of which, I sort of find my other one. Get that. Yeah.
Ooh, I might get level 56 during the ebb.
I won't.
Nope.
Might get level 61.
Hey, Tommy's gonna be there.
Tommy?
Yeah, he's gonna be at the ebb.
Toothpaste Tom.
Toothpaste Tom.
You know, have you ever seen the brand Tom's toothpaste? It exists. Google it. Tom's toothpaste.
Tom's. Oh yeah, that's Tom's of Maine. I know it well. There's the two brands that are popular, the Tom's of Maine and then Burt's Bees.
Yep.
Which is a mighty fine chapstick, I'll say.
Not only does it work on chapped lips, but it also deters cats.
The only problem is that Bert has nothing to do with it. Because Bert is like your typical ultra main guy, lives in the backwoods, just wanted to take care of his bees, and he got a girlfriend who is more into making money than taking care of bees. So she ended up getting the company, kind of ripped him off a bit on it, and then expanded it past what he wanted. And now she owns like most of northern Maine. All of the areas that aren't really lived in, and then she rents them out to paper companies and stuff.
Thank you for the ride on hills. Well, I think I can keep this up for another 45 minutes on the air.
I'm at 1:30. I could definitely keep this up. One thing I was doing really good yesterday on that ride was conserving, being efficient with my power. It was actually, I was quite impressed because I'm usually very bad at that, especially in a race. But I was putting down less watts than the people around me most of the time, and still able to, like, you know, pick and choose when I was putting down the watts, and doing really well at choosing my spots. It was good. Because, as you know, our last team time trial, I was, didn't I get like 3.9 average or something, and only took the front, like, only took the front for maybe like 5 minutes total. I was just pushing way harder than I needed to.
You were saving yourself for the finish, and that's what it was.
Yeah. I mean, that's my preferred.
Saving your power for that explosive finish, leading everybody out.
I like seeing big numbers, but I also like seeing the smaller numbers.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you watch the team time trial to the end yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you watch when I switched cameras to where to own?
Yeah.
He had more watts than me.
I don't think.
On the finish,
100
watts more than me.
That's great. I did see that part. I ran over to the phone. Yeah, I think it was pretty close to 600 there. Well,
yeah, 575. You saw that. Yeah, I'm lucky if I can hold 500 for any part of that final sprint to the line. There's nowhere near, well, it's about 460, 470 tops yesterday. Did that voice sound like me?
Yeah, the last team time trial we did, I ended up getting an FTP raise from it. And I do feel like it put me like where my FTP should be at. But like, I also felt like, wow, okay, so what do I have to show for it? I wasn't picking and choosing the right times to use all that power.
So that's the thing. So, you know, even in our team, in any team really, people that do that, people that don't tend to spend time on the front, they don't think they're helping.
Yeah.
Well, they really are. Like Hills yesterday, even though he didn't spend any time on front, which he asked to. It was more important that we got her across the line because we needed the numbers, and he was filling the gaps consistently.
Yeah.
I was looking up, I was seeing a gap, and then the next thing, Hills was in it. Hey there, Bonnie.
That's
I don't
race enough to get used to that, to have it be second nature, that whole idea of pulling and then dropping back and still actually getting a rest. Because the moment that the group starts pushing forward, I push hard again. And then never really get my rest in.
Yeah. Here's that blob again.
I was doing pretty good at it yesterday, which was, I don't know why. Probably just because it was so long. And I knew, I also had it in my head too that I was like, well, I mean, it's not really a race. So I'm just going to kind of take it easy. And that ended up actually working out because I did take it easy when I needed to. And then, but yet still stayed with the group. And sometimes someone would push forward and I'd just be like, okay, go ahead. And then eventually I would pass them. I was exercising patience. I think sometimes that's a rare one for me in a race. I get excited.
So I got a meeting at 7:30 today. Have it every 2 weeks. Not the last one, but the one before. We finished the ebb. I actually have Teams installed on this computer, so I'm able to at least initially join the meeting while I'm still editing the video down and posting the results on this computer. And then I switch to my phone, maybe get my breakfast, go and get a shower. Well, the last time, at the end of the meeting, I would do a round table, see if anyone's got anything to talk about. And they asked me if got anything to talk about. I was in the shower. So I'm thinking, well, if I don't say anything, they'll just move on to the next person. No, they waited, asked again. Still didn't get a reply from me. Asked again. At that point, I switched the water off, getting ready to reach up to get my phone to say, no, I have nothing. You'd unmuted me.
Yeah, that's uncalled for. Can you call HR about that one? Bob tried to force his way into my shower.
Thankfully, they can't remotely turn my camera on.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more minutes.
Oh no, I don't have any bananas today.
You are bananas.
I do have a Jell-O pudding, I think, though. Maybe I'll eat that.
As you're eating it, give a review of it. All right, I'm going to stop at 31k. 200 meters. That'll do. And I get there without pedaling any further. Maybe when we get around the corner. A little descent. Let's see. And I get there. There it is. That's all I'm doing now.
I have 7/10 left.
We're back on puddings again. Oh yes. one of my favourite subjects on. My dessert after the race yesterday, Rick? Well, so after the race yesterday, I had a big plate of cheese tortellini with a spicy tomato sauce on it, and more cheese grated on top of it. And then for my dessert, a Guinness and mini eggs.
Very nice. Well done. Yeah,
I know, right? I'm going to have to get back on the bike now. I'm almost at 31.5. I am at 31.5 and still going downhill. Here's the bottom of the hill. Bet it wants me to go uphill now. Oh no, flat a little bit.
Wow.
And then
I'm
uphill.
awfully hungry right now. Yeah, yesterday was a busy day at work, so I had to dip into my ramen storage. And that was not enough to really recover well from my ride.
Thanks pulling me up to you now. Almost at 32k.
Yeah, this hill is getting in the way of making progress.
I think that's probably me as well. Slowing you down back to me. 32. There you go. I'll free you.
I feel like you're in the child trailer.
I've done that. You know, one day after church, Yolanda decided we were all going to go for a bike ride, so we threw all the bikes in the back of the van. And Hope couldn't ride a bike at the time, but we had this thing that clipped to my seat post. Set of handlebars for her, just one wheel on it. And Yolanda and Faith set off before I'd finished putting that together for me and Hope to ride. So I looked to see which way they'd went, and they headed straight for the hill. I think, okay. I've ridden that hill many, many times, so I know what it's like. And we're riding up this hill, and it's not long before we pass Yolanda and Faith. I'm hoping I get to the top. On the way up, I shout back to Hope, "Are you helping, Hope?" And she says, "Yes, Daddy, I'm pedaling too." And we get to the top of this hill, and we wait, and we wait, and we wait, and Hope says, "Where's Mummy?" I said, "I don't know, Hope." And I'm getting to the point where I'm almost ready for riding back down, because I'm thinking they've turned around, they've gone back down.
Yeah.
And then I hear Faith. Well, they've got off and they've walked up.
Yep.
Anyway, there's a little bit of a windy road, slight hill, to the tower in the park. And we get to the tower, and I race the kids up the steps on the tower, and then we come back down, and then it's time to ride back down again. So we're going down this windy road. It's just a gentle slope down to the top of the hill, and we're gathering quite a bit of speed, and Hope's giggling. And I said, "Hope, you just wait till we get around the corner." I mean, we topped out at 42 miles an hour going down this hill.
Oh, wow.
And Hope is giggling, shrieking, and what have you as we're going down. And there's a couple of people walking down the hill there looking around to see what all the commotion is. Yeah, fun day. One of those memories that sticks with you.
I should have tried that with Grace, because I know, like, when she's riding a bike, she doesn't like to go down hills fast, or at least she hasn't in the past.
Yeah.
But I wonder if she was riding with me, if she would be fine with it. Because she doesn't mind when I'm driving fast in the car. Yeah, my cousin, she has 2 kids, and so she pulls them in a trailer, and she lives out in Orrington, right outside of Bangor, but it's right where all of the hilly, mountainous area is in between Bangor and the coast. So that gets she gets a pretty good workout out there.
What was your reply to that, Owen? Stop numpties like me being numpties. We'll wait for Owen's reply, and then put the screen down, rename it, and what have you, and we'll be back with the end. I stopped accelerating at 77, officer. All right, I'm going to pull the stream down and get us ready for the ebb here. But we're at 10 minutes before the ebb starts. We'll be back. We'll be back shortly. Appreciate the company. Thanks, Owen, Ben, Alexis, anybody else that's been out there.